Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga.
Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas.
I'm in you. Got my nigga Rewan with me.
But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor.
You know what I'm saying?
Under commanding General, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then I can gon' let him have it. Hey, thank you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them, dap them and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. But love is getting corrected, and all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Because I'm willing to fight against drug dealers if they Muslim, if they Christian, if they atheist, if they Buddhist, if they killing black men. Guess what? I'm gonna say something about it. Because you know why? Just like you ain't gonna, like your boy said, it ain't gonna happen. Guess what? I'm not letting nobody sell you drugs without me saying that. I'm not gonna do it. You know why? You know why? You know why? Because even though I don't know you, guess what? Just like that's your boy, guess what? I'm your boy. Even though I don't know you, I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before, but you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword, with a style that they might just record. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous reward. Have mercy on the many, don't see it. Separated from the tares, now on my prayers, and it's so be it. A rebel, take the world by word of mouth. UPK, we the rebels that you heard about. Yeah. And it ain't gonna stop till 100 virgins in the house and I'm handing verdicts out. Get rank, you ain't heard a clout without a shadow of a doubt. These devils hitting licks off us. Fuck the bank, I'm about to stone the pocket ticket office. Can't sweet talk us, cannot stop us. And plus I know the feds watch us, telling people that they church full of witch doctors. Put us in prison, they stockpile us. Meanwhile, UPK turning rebels into Rockwallers. In league with mighty men, and now I understand things that never truly made sense. Like why I'm crying at this funeral for a criminal, knowing he ain't innocent, it's fucked up. But my boo shine, standing between two priests, about to blaze on their ass, call it tough love. Look out for niggas just cuz, and wouldn't touch a white bitch with OJ's black gloves. Father, forgive me for my error, I'm forever by your side. Clean and purge me of all my flaws. This the reason I'm alive, thank God for this truth. Cause for a long time was a rebel without a cause.
Look, man, first time I met Commander Junior Hanna, man, hit 3807.
Rebel without a
I had
cause.
my little daughter with me. Opened the door, he was dropping the truth for me and all that.
Rebel
He said,
without a
yeah,
cause.
man, you know, you do your time. We taking the mountains, training in hand-to-hand combat.
Rebel without
I
a
said, oh,
cause.
yeah.
This the reason I'm
Shine me
alive.
up,
Thank
nigga.
God for this truth. Cause for a long time was a rebel without a cause.
You cannot.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. This is the Monday Scripture Breakdown class. Go ahead and clap it up. Listen, you understand? So since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible. You understand that blacks, natives, and Hispanics are the chosen people of God, man. So if you come in tonight, man, you got any questions, man, feel free to ask any questions and we'll answer them to the best. We'll answer them, you know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and get into it, man. So tonight we're going to talk about anger, emotions, you know what I'm saying, and forgiveness, man. Being in this captivity, man, you understand, and just being, you know what I'm saying, so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, you know, a lot of times we suffer, you know what I'm saying, with growing up. We instead of getting an inheritance from our family, we inherit anger.
Right.
You understand? Because of everything that we suffer and face growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like one video where they put up that said, like, basically we start our lives, you know what I'm saying, at the 50-yard line where everybody else is at the goal line. So we struggle through how to forgive each other, you know what I'm saying? We struggle with how to control our emotions, and we struggle with anger, man. Like a lot of times we feel like because we act out and we show, you know what I'm saying, like we show certain emotions that liberates us. When in actuality, man, it just shows how much of a child we are.
Right.
It just shows how immature we are, that we lash out about certain things, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that, you know, being angry is wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. We all go through different situations that might touch you the wrong way. It might, you know what I'm saying, affect you in different ways, man. But it's a way to channel your anger and aggression and a way to control your emotions so that they won't control you, man.
Right.
That's what we gotta understand, man. And because, like, because of slavery and because of oppression and poverty, man, we really don't know what it's like to be angry and not lash out. Because, we've been taught and raised to be just animals in a cage, man. You know what I'm saying? We act out of a lot of our music is all emotional music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? About being thoughts and getting what you want when you can, right? And about our brothers murdering each other, man. And we glorify it as if it's something like that's commendable, man. But in actuality, man, you're making money off of the demise of blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and their immaturity, man. But you can be angry. That's all right. So let's look at some good anger right quick. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7:7 when you get a chance. We're gonna show you that it's all right. You know what I'm saying, to be angry. But should I be angry at my brother? Should I be angry at my kids? Should I be angry at, this woman, you know what I'm saying, that's in the house, man?
Right.
Right? It's a difference, you know what I'm saying, like being angry versus being mad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a difference in reacting versus responding. You know what I'm saying? Anger is when you act out of emotion. You understand? But being mad, you know what I'm saying, it's more, you understand, you're assessing the situation and you're looking at everything that's going on, man.
Right.
You're being more responsive and more tactical about how you move about certain situations, man. And we're going to show that, man. I'll read that when you got it, sir.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Surely does what?
Oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Listen, the Bible says, surely does oppression maketh the wise man mad. So you have every right, if you black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, to be mad at the condition of your people, man. To be mad, you understand, how the oppressor has taken our people and they just squeeze the life out of us, man.
Right.
They squeeze us, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they squeeze the juice out of you, hang you upside down to get the rest out, and then tilt you back over as if it's some more left to keep turning you back over. They squeeze until they ain't got nothing less to squeeze, man.
Right.
You should be mad at the oppression of your people, man. And blacks and Hispanics, we got a common denominator, which is a so-called white man. He has been oppressing and squeezing us for well over 400 to 500 years. You know what I'm saying? Even longer than that. So we got to understand something, man. Like, it's okay to be mad. It's okay. But you shouldn't be mad towards your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the smoke screen. The smoke screen is, I'm going to put all y'all in the same conditions, in poverty, in the same housing situation, the same, you know what I'm saying, lack of destitute of food. And the smoke screen is, on top of all of that, I'm going to make you hate each other. And I'm going to make you kill each other. When meanwhile, instead of hating the one that put us in this condition, they've taught us and conditioned us to hate each other that's going through the condition.
Right.
That's why it says oppression make a wise man mad. Because it's a certain level of wisdom that you attain by being compassionate and caring for your people, man. That's what you got to understand, man. Like, oppression should make you mad. It should. And what should it teach you to do from that oppression? What should it teach you to do? The lesson in the oppressor stepping on you, taking your name from you, taking your land, taking your heritage, taking your tongue from you, taking everything from you. What should come of that, man? Why should you be mad? It's to teach you a lesson, man.
Right.
To never disobey the Lord, your power again, man. That's what it should teach you. That's where the anger and the madness comes in and the wisdom come in, that. Because we disobeyed the Lord, now we're suffering the worst conditions in the world, man. Because we disobeyed our Father. this is something that we gotta understand, man. So if you black, native, or Hispanic, man, yeah, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be angry, right? But you gotta know what to be angry about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we out here beefing with each other when the oppressor is raising the rent and at higher rates than we could ever even think of, and we barely can pay the rent now, and he's still going. But instead of being mad at him, what are we doing? We mad at the brother that's next to us that's trying to rob to get it. Oh, we forgot he got a family to feed too, right? Listen, man, we should turn that anger and aggression and look at that common denominator, man, and get wisdom, you understand, to understand that how we got into this situation, it's a way out of this situation, man.
That's right.
And that's by how we treat each other and keeping God's commandments, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
It's like, priest, what you saying is heavy because, you know, that's the same thing. Like, some of our brothers and sisters are well off, and some of our brothers and sisters are not. So, the whole thing you're saying is that the people that's, you know, the brothers and sisters that's well off, you shouldn't have anger towards the people that's not. You shouldn't say, well, he put himself in that predicament.
Right.
The brother in predicament because he had nothing else to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He grew up. He grew his mama and daddy was gang banging. Their mama and daddy was gang banging. He grew up gang banging. That's the word he was put in.
Right.
And who put them in that world?
Right.
It's the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? You should show anger if you, you grew up in the suburbs, like my brother said, the Jets, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You grew up in the suburbs, man. Look, and you talking down on those brothers that wasn't fortunate enough to grow up where you grew up, you should be trying to help them. You should feel that same anger they feel. You know what I'm saying? Instead of talking down on like you do your oppressor.
Right. Real talk. Because what you said was so heavy because, and it's so true because really we got to look at this, man, like you was only one situation away from being in the same situation as that brother. You know what I'm saying? We got brothers that grow up in the suburbs and the, urban area or suburban areas and stuff. Right. And the only thing it took for that one racist police to get behind you, you know what I'm saying, and throw the 3.5 in the trunk, in the back seat, and now you in jail. Now you got an intended distribute charge. Right. And what you gonna tell them now? You know what I'm saying? You gonna tell the same brother, hey, pull yourself up by your bootstrap, right? Instead of you know what I'm saying, like looking down on each other, we should look at the person who's putting everybody down, man. That's what we should do, man. And that should make you wise in how and discern how you deal with these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like what they say, man. You know, growing up in my neighborhood, you know, you had brothers that played ball, brothers that was on the street, you know what I'm saying? And then you had some brothers that say, well, you know what? I'ma just go to school, I'ma just stick to the books. Even though I'm right here, I ain't gonna fool with it. Hey, but listen, guess what? You still one situation away from being in the same predicament as everybody else, right? Where I'm from, like neighborhoods, right? You can be a dude that go to school and not even involved in nothing, but you from the South Side, and because what your partners did, now they finna run down on you. You know what I'm saying? And now you in a wheelchair now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we just trying to survive and make it out here, man. So we shouldn't be trying to point the finger at each other, you know what I'm saying? Right. We should point the finger at the person that's putting everybody down, man.
Right.
That should make you angry. That should make you angry, not hating the brother who's just trying to get crumbs from a table, man. This is what we gotta understand, man. This system is set up so crazy, man. Like they say it's hard enough for brothers to get a job anyway, and then they put you in a neighborhood where they flood the neighborhood with drugs and tell you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get caught up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you should never did it. Well, damn, you put it here so I could do it. You know what I'm saying? You won't give me a job. You won't give me money. You know what I'm saying? Like this oppressor is the devil, man.
That's right.
This is what you gotta understand, man. That's that one common denominator, man. That oppression should make you mad, man.
Right.
You got brothers that go to school and you go to college and now you feel good because you got a degree, don't you? And you $300,000 in debt at 21 years old. And this is the crazy part. You go and you $300,000 in debt because of student loans. Now, after you get the student loans, they tell you you got to work at an entry-level job making the same thing as somebody without a degree. So you gonna pay 30 years. Now you paying 30 years to pay off your $300,000 degree when you making $40,000 a year. And listen, man, that don't make no sense at all to me. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Surely oppression should make you mad, man. This place we live in, man, is turned upside down, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you should be mad at, not your brother or your sister, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Ecclesiastes. Go ahead, sir. Oh, go ahead.
And a gift destroyed the heart.
And a what?
And a gift destroyed the heart.
And that's what they do, man. They give our sisters the welfare. They give our sisters the wig, the TANF, you know what I'm saying? They give us all these wicked gifts to turn your mind away from hating them, man. Like I won't be surprised if this whole incident, I'm sure everybody know what's going on, man. But this whole incident was going on in Alabama. I won't be surprised if another stimulus drop in the next one to 2 years, man. I won't be surprised because of what's going to happen is they're going to start now it's race against race. And we got to do something to calm these niggas down. You know what I'm saying? So let's give them $2,000. I give them $2,500. Let's give everybody $2,500 to keep them quiet, so they could buy the paints. You know what I'm saying? They could buy the zones. They good to go. You know what I'm saying? And then what are we gonna do? Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all remember what happened down there? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? What you say, sir? What you say? Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, they give you these little gifts, man, to destroy your mind, man. Because if your mind was solely focused on them and how they oppress you, man, that anger would make you change the way you live, man. That anger would make you change your love that you have towards these people, man. That's why they got to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
You know, and on top of that, man, you know, while you up there, you know, you well off and better off than most people in your community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you sit there and point the finger at them. That's the wickedness.
Right.
The wickedness of this kingdom.
Right.
Because they turn black people against black people. You know what I'm saying? With what? Money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With meaningless things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the Lord.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for you to sit there and say, hey, I did it. I went to school. I stayed up long nights. I did that.
Right.
Okay. Because that was you knew to do.
Right.
They guide you that way.
Right.
I'm pretty sure their brother out there in the street, I bet he stayed up long nights too. you know that mean.
Right.
Yeah, he worked till the morning come up.
Right.
You know, gotta get how he get it. That's what he was taught. So now he growing up. Now he been through the prison system. Now he growing up and say, okay, you know, I need to change my life.
Right.
But he can't really change because why? He's a felon. How about you with the money, you with the education? How about you help felons out?
Right.
How about you? I know you know connections.
Right.
How about you help that black man who's trying to make his life right instead of pointing fingers at him? But that's what oppression. Oppression make a white people mad, but a gift will show us the heart. That money make our black people weak with each other, man. If you think you part of this nation, you got that money, because you sit up in your big house, because you laugh and grin with in the white man face all damn day, and he don't give a damn about you. But that's the thing about this kingdom. So
Right. Nah, real talk. And just to add on to that point, man, that's the gift that destroyed the nigga's heart too.
Right.
It's that bread. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get to that you get that bread, and now you feel like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to get yours. Ain't you forgot we under the same oppression?
Right.
Just as quick as, hey, listen, one thing you got to understand about your oppressor is just as quick as they'll give it to you and you think you work hard for it to get it, they'll take it from you, man. And you damn sure ain't gonna be on Susie door or you know, whatever her name is, and well, you know, I'm on hard times. They gonna tell you the same thing they tell your brother that you was pointing your finger at. Pull your stuff up by your bootstraps. This the home of the brave, you know what I'm saying? It's the land of the slaves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand something, man. That gift destroys the heart, man. You should direct your anger towards the oppressor, man.
Right.
Not the oppressed. Make no sense, man. Why am I mad at slaves on the plantation when the slave master is in the house drinking lemonade, man? Like, make sense, man. That oppression makes you mad, man.
Right.
But instead, you so oppressed, now you want to hate your brother, man. Now you want to hate your sister. You want to hate your children, man. Give me Ephesians 4 and 26. It's all right to be angry, man, but you got to understand something, man. It's how you use that anger. Are you gonna let it? Are you gonna use it for the benefit of your people to separate them from this oppressor, or you just gonna become an oppressor and now hate your brothers, man?
Right.
That's what you got to figure out, how to navigate and use that anger, man.
Right.
Read that when you got it, sir.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not.
Do what?
Be ye angry and sin not.
So it's okay to be angry, man. It's all right. But it says, but you can't sin. This is the key point you got to understand, man. It's all right to be angry, but just don't sin, right? And how would you know what sin is unless you're taught by the true priests and prophets, man? You got to understand, man. It's all right to be angry, man, but you can't sin, man. And what would be some of those sins you commit because you're angry? Now I'm going and murdering my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling drugs to his pregnant baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling drugs to his mama, to his auntie. Like, we gotta understand, man, like, we gotta learn how to control that emotion of anger, man. We gotta learn how to control it. So it says, be ye angry, but sin not. So that means that it's a certain level of anger that'll make you do something to go against the commandments. Make you go against the Lord. But the thing about blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, man, we try not to pay attention to, we try not to control the anger because it just feels so good. Since you spend all day loving your oppressor, now when my brother, somebody that looks like me, gets me angry, now I'm about to explode on him. When meanwhile, your anger should be toward that oppressor and how he's oppressing your family, man. How he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we still don't have free healthcare in America, man? Why don't we still have? I don't understand this, man. They signed a bill in Austin, Texas, for $56 million to clean up the parks where the homeless people be at. Why not give the homeless the damn money? You know what I'm saying? Right. And provide them some rehabilitation. Get them off of drugs, the same drugs that, listen, man, I don't know not one brother or sister that can get in the lab and make fentanyl. Not one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That can get in the lab and make perp 30s. I don't know not one. I'm not saying ain't no smart brothers and sisters out there, but who? We're not going to Walgreens and getting it. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to Walgreens or Rite Aid behind the counter. But instead, man, we would rather, you know what I'm saying, like, we would rather just be angry with our brother instead of being angry with the oppressor for what he's doing to your people, man. That's what we gotta understand, man. You got something, sir? Or you good? Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, so heavy, priest, because like you said, like the only thing how we get our drugs, we ain't making perk 30s.
Right.
We ain't making perk 10 to 20. We ain't making none of that. We ain't making fentanyl.
Right.
But who's making them? Them hillbilly boys. In Lake Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? The desert. That's who making it. But hey, just like who put dope in the neighborhood in the 80s? The government.
Right.
The president of the United States,
Right.
Ronald Reagan.
Right.
That's who did it. Hey, they quality do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We should not be, like you said, we should not be angry toward each other. Put that anger towards something. Put that anger towards that person who deserved that anger.
Right.
With this scripture, if I could, this scripture is so heavy because if you do, like you said, it's okay to be angry. But do not let that wrath fall upon. Don't go sleep with that wrath on. Meaning that if you angry with your brother, you talk to your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's okay to be angry if you get offended. Right? This scripture is so heavy because it teaches how to love each other.
Right.
It teaches us to put that anger towards somebody that deserves it.
Right.
And not somebody who don't. You know what I'm saying? It teaches us not to be angry with each other and talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Not to give way to the devil. I mean, don't let them demons in your mind. You sleep on that rap, Slacky, please. I know.
No, yeah, you good.
My bad, Slacky. I'm angry like that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Let's pre-settle, man. Put your anger towards something good. I mean, Slacky, towards something who deserves it, Slacky.
Nah, real talk. Let's read it. Read it from the top again, Bob. I'm sure. Too hard.
Be ye angry and sin not.
Uh-huh.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Let not the what?
The sun go down upon your wrath.
Listen, man, we all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember growing up, man, we got homeboys that we had a falling out with, but we never had a falling out with, and we ain't spoke to them in 20 years.
Right.
And it's like, damn, I know I don't like them, but what happened? You know what I'm saying? You can't even remember because you let many, many moons go down. You know what I'm saying? It said don't let the sun go down on your wrath, man. Like, you will beef with somebody for 3 years, but won't have a 5-minute conversation with them about what offended you. Like, the truth, like it's so crazy. It's like, you say you want to smoke, but by talking to the brother, but you don't want to talk to the brother because you don't want to avoid conflict. You want to avoid conflict. Like, you want all the smoke. Like, hey, when I see you, it's on sight. Well, no sweat. Hey, go holler at the brother as soon as he offends you. Hey, it's like, hey, you did this. I can't do that because, no, I'm good. You got it. So listen, man. You're letting the sun go down on your wrath because you're that, you know what I'm saying, woman made. You know what I'm saying? You can't even go talk to the brother, man. You can't even have a 2-second conversation to tell a brother, hey, man, listen, you did this and this offended me. And that's it. That's all you got to do, man. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, because of the culture that the oppressor has put on us, because of the culture, you know what I'm saying, that we grow up on, we feel like, nah, I ain't going to say nothing, man. Now, what happens when we don't say nothing? All of that anger, you know what I'm saying, that it starts to build up. And it's just like a volcano, man. So now the brother done asked you, you know what I'm saying? The brother done asked you, is you trying to go to the store and you don't like the way he at, and now you done snapped on him. Because why? He offended you 27 times ago in your head, you know what I'm saying? Right. But you decided not to talk to him, man. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath, man, you know what I'm saying? Because that'll prevent you from committing sin against your brother, man. The council, you understand, and we're going to get into it, man, but you got to understand, man, like, you have to be able to control your emotions and control that anger, man. Right. You control everything else. And let a woman tell you this, all right? Don't no man control me, but your anger does. You know what I'm saying? And who's in control of that? Read the next verse. You know what I'm saying?
Neither give place to the devil.
Neither give what?
Place to the devil.
That's who's in control of your anger. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to push you, that demon is going to drive you to sin, to commit sin against your brother, man. To hate your brother and your sister, man. To hate your kids, man. Like growing up in a black household, man, you know what I'm saying, a black and Hispanic household, what you get called, a dumbass every day, you know what I'm saying? Like this, it's normal, you know what I'm saying? Don't let you be raised by a single mom, you know what I'm saying? You ain't stuff, ain't, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, good night, you so mad at me that for what I do, you know what I'm saying? Because they let that anger, you know what I'm saying, go the sun go down in the wrath, man, and they let all this stuff build up, and now they can't even control and watch their mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Proverbs 14-29, man. So one thing you gotta realize with controlling your emotions, you gotta in controlling your anger, what you gotta understand first and foremost, what triggers you. Like that, well, like we don't pay attention to that, and we know it. What? Salaki, sir. What does mean? What does mean when your ears get hot?
Oh, you ready to fight?
Right.
Man.
Right. Everybody know this. You know what I'm saying? Like you could sit in a mirror for hours and make sure your face good. You know what I'm saying? Get clean your face and pay attention to your body. You know what I'm saying? But you can't pay attention to what triggers you. Somebody start pissing you off, what you heart start racing, you start flaring your nose up, you know what I'm saying? Okay, no sweat. All right, okay. One more time. Go to grab your nose, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know that anger is down there.
Right.
So instead of you stopping it there, and you know it, you would just rather be a child and just let it keep going. And let it escalate, right? Now you pacing, you know what I'm saying? Now your ears hot. And now, so much so, you so angry that, hey, listen, hey, you got one more time to say something to me, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, good night. I can't even talk. Like, imagine that. How many black and Hispanic brothers have died just for talking to each other? Not even, and some not even talking to each other, just for looking at each other, man. And for having an evil eye towards each other, man. Black and Hispanic men have died for looking for an evil eye towards each other, man. Right. When you could just solve the problem and talk to each other, man.
Right.
You can let that wrath go down and let that anger go down if you would just talk to your brother, man. Talk to your sister, man. This is what we gotta understand, man. We gotta learn how to control our anger, man. Learn how to catch triggers, man. Catch the warning signs, right? What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no different from, you raising a puppy. A puppy get overly excited, you gotta calm him down. You gotta teach him certain things so that way he don't pee in the house. And hey, you should do the same thing with yourself, man. Learn your emotions, learn your anger, and control yourself, man.
Right.
That's what you should do, man. Read that scripture when you got it, sir.
And
14-29.
all right. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 29.
Uh-huh.
He that is slow to wrath.
He that is what?
Slow to wrath.
Uh-huh.
Is of great understanding.
Listen, the brother or sister that is slow to wrath, slow to anger, is of great understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, before that emotion of anger comes, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, man, what's going to be the end outcome of this? How am I going to channel this anger to the point where I don't sin against my brother or my sister? I don't sin against my woman. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it said, you know what I'm saying? Like it says that that oppression makes a wise man mad, man.
Right.
So if we know that oppression makes you mad, it's okay to be mad. Now, if you're angry, now you're gonna react on that anger. You're gonna act on that anger. That's where the wrath comes in at, man.
All right.
You understand? Now it says that he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, man. You don't. Who do you think seems like the broad in the situation? Salaki. The brother that can calm his spirit and not move on you, or the brother that's always in the mix trying to fight something, man. You just can't control your emotions because you're a child, man. That's why the Bible says that you got to train up a child in the way that they should go, man. So you're not supposed to be emotional, man. Read that from the top of the shop.
He that is slow to wrath
Uh-huh.
is of great understanding.
Uh-huh.
But he that is hasty of spirit exalt folly.
But he that is hasty in the spirit, man, you quick to give in to wrath and anger, man. Because you feel like that's your only source of expression in oppression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of changing your mind and your thought process, they say, well, you know what? Let me be mad at the oppressor, so let me do something different for a change. Let me stop getting high. Because that's controlling me. Let me stop, you know what I'm saying, trying to lord over my husband.
All right.
Because that's creating division in the house. Let me like you should try to change something different, man, but because you're so quick to anger, you exalt, you lift up the folly, you lift up the, you know what I'm saying, the stupidity, man. You all about the drama. You know what I'm saying? You gotta husband, what's the show? Housewives or whatever, man.
Yeah.
It's all they hasty, you know what I'm saying? And they exalt the folly, man. And meanwhile, man, you're just looking stupid.
Right.
Now it says that he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, man. What does that really show when you can't control your emotions? Where's that?
You just like a woman.
You just like what?
A woman.
You just like a woman, man. And how did the Bible describe us, how we should treat our women as the what?
The weaker vessel.
Listen, if you can't control your emotions, man, you're weak.
Right.
That's it. If you can't control your emotions, you're weak, man. And that's what we got to understand, man. We got to understand, man, like the Lord has called us to be soldiers, man. The Lord, you know what I'm saying, being a soldier, man, on the battlefield, man, emotions get you killed. We know this growing up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Emotions get you killed, man. So exercise that same judgment in your house with your brothers, man. Because if you know what I'm saying, if you're angry with your brother and sin not, if you let that anger build up inside of you and you sin, that's leading you to death, man. That's what's gonna get you killed, man. This whole thing is a battlefield, man. That's why in UPK we say life is about war, man. That's what you gotta understand, man. And you gotta put that in your chest, man. Let me get Proverbs 18:6. Because it says that, you know what I'm saying, like we said, man, like you gotta be slow to wrath, man, and being slow to wrath, you understand, you got great understanding, man. So that means that if you're slow to it, it's a thought process behind it. You're not just acting on it just because it happened to you, man. That's what you gotta understand. All right? And read that when you got it, sir.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 6. A fool's lips enter into contention.
A what?
A fool's lips enter into contention.
Listen, a fool's lips enter into contention. You keep running your mouth and it's just contentious. You always got to run your mouth and get into some type of quarrel all the time because you can't control your emotions. You can't control your anger, right? You always got to run your mouth. But let's see what happens, the cause and effect of this situation. So you got somebody that's running their mouth all the time and just love the contentiousness, right? You just love it. Let's see what the effect of this is. Keep going.
In his mouth, calling for strokes.
And his mouth calling for what?
Strokes.
Listen, man, your mouth is calling you to get punched in your mouth, man.
Right.
You get a 2-piece, you know what I'm saying? A 2-piece and a biscuit, man, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't shut your damn mouth, man.
Right.
That's what we gotta understand. Now, guess who's emotional in this situation? Both of them, you know what I'm saying? Because you got one that can't. You feel like, hey, I just gotta get it out, right? You don't have no understanding. Hey, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Ain't nobody gonna hold. How about you go tell the white man that he's the devil?
Hey.
How about you go do that? But instead, you gotta tell me, well, nah, nigga, you don't control me. Hey, who you think you talking to? Listen, both are fools in this situation, man. But we got a cause and effect of the fool. You want to run your mouth? The brother that ain't good with words ain't gonna run his mouth. He's just gonna punch you in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Too easy, you know what I'm saying? And we'll just see where it go from there. Listen, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, man. You got to be able to control this, man. That's why it says you'll have great understanding, man. If you're slow to wrath, man. You got to read the situation and understand what's going on and control your spirit. Control your anger. Control your emotions, man. Because one thing about it, if you're contentious with somebody or if you're a contentious person, one thing about it, 2 things for sure, you can't control what they do, but you can control you. That's the point. You can't, like, if he decide to pop up on you, you know what I'm saying, for you not talking, well, hey, Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get smacked in the mouth for not, Salaki, you know what I'm saying, defend yourself, by all means. But you got to understand, man, like, can't nobody control your spirit but you, man. And if you're not in control, then who is? If you say, man, I'm gonna just shut up, man. I'm gonna just stop talking. Well, let me get one more thing out, right? Yeah. Well, now I thought you was gonna be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not in control, then who's the person that's controlling you? Somebody that's trying to get you to sin, man.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, commit murder against your brother, man. You gotta understand, man, it's cause and effects to anything, man. And it's cause and effects to everything. How we deal with each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Proverbs 18:6. Let me go there. It's all over the Bible, man. You gotta learn how to control your mouth, control your anger. You know what I'm saying? To brothers on the street, even in your house, man. Look how you're treating your kids. Look how you're talking to your kids, man. You're ruining your kids, you understand? By the way you talk to them because you're upset. Learn how to control that, man. Because you're causing way much more damage than you even know, man. Because you're a child. You understand? Read that when you got it. What I say, Proverbs 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we on it right now.
Oh, Proverbs 18? Oh, Salaki. Let me get, Salaki, sir. Let me get Proverbs 16:32. Yeah, man. If you're not the one in control, who's controlling you? And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, like we wanna say, well, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, regardless of who said anything. Listen, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that, because when two people are arguing, who's right and who's wrong? You both are. You know what I'm saying, right? I'm saying I'm right. You're saying you're right. You know what I'm saying? Listen, who is the deciding factor, man? So now anything you tell me, because I'm raising my voice at you and you raising my voice at you, and we raising our voice at each other, nothing's being heard at this point.
Right.
At this point, I ignored my triggers, and I'm only screaming louder because now you pissing me off now because you getting loud. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm like, hey, man, listen. You got 2 more times to call me, you know what I'm saying, F nigga free. You got 2 more times to say that, man. And it's like, well, good night, man. Who's going to be the one with the wisdom?
Right.
And the understanding to say, well, Okay, what's the end result? What are we getting from this? You know what I'm saying? Are we who's being a child right now because we're just lashing out at each other for nothing? You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta understand, man, what's controlling you, man? I'll read this when you got it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty.
He that is what?
Slow to anger is better than the mighty.
Listen, if you're slow to anger, you're better than the mighty. You got a brother that want to throw hands all the time. He's a big brother want to throw hands all the time, and he got hands. But you're slow to anger, but so you're better than him. You know what I'm saying? Why are you better than him? Keep going.
And he that ruleth, his spirit, then he take
Yeah, you saw
and he that ruleth his spirit, then he that taketh a city.
Listen, a big brother that's mighty, a brother that's slow to anger. Salakia. A brother that's slow to anger, he's ruling his spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's a certain level of discipline that you have to learn, man. Me popping off on somebody in the club ain't discipline. You popping off at your husband at home ain't discipline. You know what's discipline? When your husband come in the house and tell you to shut your mouth. Sir, you know what I'm saying? Right. That's discipline. You understand, right? We gotta understand. You understand, like a certain level of discipline. Why? Because just like we tell you to shut your mouth, we got men up over us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Salak, y'all. Hey, Salak, hey, go ahead and shut your mouth. Turn on what on, sir. It's a certain level of discipline that you got to understand to control your spirit, man. But nowadays, man, what they want to call it? What they want to the sisters with the bantu knots and you got the shells on your necklace and you like sage. You say I'm a what? I'm just a free spirit. You know what I'm saying? You like discipline. That's what it is. That's all it is.
Right.
Just like discipline, man.
Right.
And all of this, go ahead, sir. I thought you asked. All of this is because why, man? You don't understand that you have to control your spirit, man. You have to control that, man. And guess what's a part of it? Let me ask you a question. What's the spirit? Is the spirit? Or the Holy Spirit? What's the Holy Spirit?
Basically, it's like the vibe that's going on right now.
It's the vibe, you know what I'm saying? Now, guess what, man? You gotta put on the Holy Spirit, man. And you gotta put on the vibe of the Lord, man. But because you're such a free spirit, guess what spirit you're operating in? Anger, emotionalism, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
Salaki, please cut it off, man.
No, you smart.
You said it's so heavy, man. So heavy. Because what we like to say, this is what I heard.
Right.
Grown up. If you say you grown, then it means you're not grown.
Right.
You gotta go ahead and say that. I mean, you feel that you're not grown.
Right. Right.
And the reason why we say that because we start getting in an emotional state because we think somebody to respect you.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Up in here, man, there's a lot of grown brothers in here.
Right.
But like you said, we still gotta answer the people. So that's irrelevant, what we believe in, our custom, in our society.
Right.
And that's because why? Because we don't carry ourselves, we try not to carry ourselves emotionally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you have to say you grown and, I'm a grown man now, you can't treat me like that. Man, you're not grown because you're being emotional.
Right.
Being an adult, meaning that you have to think instead of react.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the one thing, like, especially in our society, as a black community, we like to react rather than think.
Right.
We are a bunch of kids, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why we have to come back and learn this Bible to be what? Adults.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? It's like...
Right. Nah, real talk. Get that priest hand, man. Because what the priest said was just so heavy, man. Like, a lot of times we we not even listening. You talking to somebody and you're not even listening to what the hell they saying. You thinking about what you gonna say back, and you waiting for one thing. That's you said this, okay, boom, boom, but I'm gonna say this, and you ignoring everything else because you're in an emotional state of mind, man. Right. You got to learn how to control that. That's why I said you got to pay attention to your triggers, man. Right. Learn what's well. Mm-hmm. I feel this way because you okay. All right, no sweat. And guess what you're supposed to do? The discipline in you is supposed to not react to it. Because why? It's words. You understand? Right. It's words. Like you gotta react. Think about this. You kill somebody because they say hi to you. Right? How ridiculous is that? You stab somebody because they say, can you pass me some ketchup? Yeah, like you're killing and murdering somebody because of words, man. Right. Like how much of a child are you, man? This is what you gotta understand, man. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 28 and 17. Ecclesiasticus 28 and 17. And this goes, man, like because of our oppression, man, here, you know what I'm saying, in the North, Central, and South America, man. Because we're not mad at the oppressor as collectively. The only people we mad at is each other. You mad at your husband because you be oppressed by Esau all day, and your husband come and tell you what you can and can't do. Now you want to fight him. Brothers mad you mad at your woman because you know what I'm saying. You got some sellout brother at your job with his foot on your neck trying to impress, you know what I'm saying, his white counterparts, and now you come home and you step all over your rib. And the kids forget about it. You got one, listen, the kids can't even come out of the room because they don't want it, they gonna get the business every time they come out, man. Because what? We just said the cause and effect. You got one person that's talking and one person that's putting hands on them, right? You gotta understand, man, with anger comes either two solutions, right? Either violence by your hands or with the mouth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we tend to do. So it's like, oh well, I ain't gonna put my hands on you, but no sweat. I'm about to come and tear your entire existence down, man. That's what we do, right? So instead of, you know what I'm saying, like trampling down on you, don't worry about it. I'm going to make sure you ain't nothing, nigga. I'm going to make sure the kids know, oh, your daddy ain't shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure everybody know this. God damn, ain't you laying with your brother every night? Ain't he coming home providing for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the mercy and the compassion in that? But because we don't want to, because we say, well, at least we're not physically fighting each other. Let's just do it with words. That's okay, huh? Nah, man. It's because you're children and you don't know the Bible, man. Right. Read that when you got it, sir. You said, what you said? Ecclesiasticus 28 and 17.
All right. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 28, verse 17. Uh-huh. The stroke of the whip making marks in the flesh.
There we go again. The stroke of the whip that's the physical part. Right. The stroke of the whip makes marks with the flesh, man. We all understand this, man. You know what I'm saying? I smack a brother, you know what I'm saying? Crack him with the whip, literally, you know what I'm saying? It makes mark in the flesh. But it's another kind of device that's about to happen next. Read on.
But the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bone.
The stroke of the what?
Tongue. Break it the bone.
Listen, what you say cuts your spirit, man. Imagine, you understand, and it's so heavy because we just lack discipline, man, and lack control of our emotions and our spirit. You telling that man he ain't nothing and belittling that man in front of his kids. Why? Because that's what your mom did. That's what your mom did to your dad, and you hate your dad because of it. What do you think you're doing to that man and his kids? You're breaking somebody's spirit down because you want to keep running your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't control your emotions and your anger, man. Right. It said that the stroke of the tongue break bones, man. Keep going.
Many have fallen by the edge of the sword.
Many have what?
Fallen by the edge of the sword. But not so many as has fallen by a tongue.
Listen, man. Tongues have destroyed households, have destroyed nations of people, man, because we feel like since we're not physically fighting nobody, we can just say whatever the hell we want to say to each other. That's why it's so heavy, you understand, in understanding forgiveness, man.
Right.
But don't get it twisted, man. Forgiveness, it shouldn't be on a sense where it's I gotta forgive them because they're reckless. At some point, you gotta be able to control what your mouth and your anger and your spirit. Because at some point in time, brother, that's the like you ain't gonna mean too much after a while, man.
Right.
This is what you gotta understand, man. That's right. That's what you gotta understand, man. That Salakia ain't gonna mean Salakia. No sweat, bro. I got you. No sweat.
Right.
Hey, yeah, I ain't even finna come around. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta understand the damage that we can cause by us not having rule over our spirit, man.
Right.
Give me that scripture. Give me Luke 8:17. I think that's because what's inside of you. This is why I said be angry and sin not. Because what's inside of you is going to come out. So you talking, and because you're not physically assaulting nobody, because you're not physically assaulting that brother or assaulting that woman, you feel like, oh no, it's cool. We just saying words. We just talking. But what's inside of you is going to come out, and that's what's going to come out in the heat of the moment, man. That's what's going to come out. But you would rather just be a child, man, and expect everybody else to cater to your childlike behavior.
Right.
When you become a man, you got to put away childish things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read that when you got a Bible shot, sir.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest.
For nothing is what?
Secret that shall not be made manifest.
Listen, man, so you think all the little stuff that you be saying in your head about that brother or that sister, about your husband or your rib, it says ain't nothing secret that won't be made manifest, man. It's going to come out, man. That's why it says be angry and sin not. Because whatsoever a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, man. So you got that hatred and you really hate that brother and that sister. You really hate your man. And it's going to come out, man. Keep going.
Neither anything hid, like that shall not be known and come abroad.
Listen, man, it's going to come out, man. It's going to come out. Why? Because you let the sun go down on your wrath. Right? Go ahead, sir.
You know what I'm saying? This script's so heavy because that's
Real talk.
you know they don't like nobody.
Right.
They high stuff to rolling, right. They attitude stuff, you know, they starting ignoring each other. And they you know, like what people say, I wear my fingers on my sleeve. Everybody do, man. Some people tell like, oh, man. You know when somebody's, you know what I'm saying, is angry with you, man.
That's a fact.
And this is so heavy, man. It's just bringing out for you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's so heavy, like you have to talk to somebody because if you don't talk to them, you gonna feel some type of way about it. You know what I mean? That's heavy.
That's a powerful point that he made. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about sisters, man, they gonna show you. They gonna show you, but they ain't gonna tell you.
Right.
They gonna come, put their head up, put their nose up. And says, hey, Salaki says you. Hey, damn, did you hear me when I said that? I thought I said Salaki loud enough for you to hear me. Oh, Salaki, I ain't hear you, you know what I'm saying? No swear, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to come out, man. Now, what are you doing? How is the Lord holding you accountable for that? This is what we fail to understand, man. Like, we look at this thing as if, well, you know, I ain't smoking weed. I ain't killing nobody. I ain't whoring on my husband. But guess what you still doing? You still sinning in your heart because you hate your husband. Because you let your son down, you let the sun go down, and everything is now starting to pile up to the point. What's that scripture, sir? I think it's Matthew 18 and 21. Select. You know what? It's if you hate your brother, you commit murder. It's 1 John or Matthew 18, one of them. 18, 21. I think that's what it is. Let me see.
Right.
Let me see what this is about. Like it, man. You gotta understand, man. Like,
Oh, that's a 7 times 7.
oh well, yeah, we'll hold that one too. But what? Salaki. Let me find. We gotta understand, man. Just because you're not, you gotta understand what you're. Because you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you say, well, I'm saying Shalom Yahweh Shemar Alatah Bashim. I'm saying, I'm saluting you. I'm saluting everybody. You know what I'm saying? I got my head wrapped. You know what I'm saying? You think you're not sinning. But meanwhile, because of that secret sin that because you can't control your emotions and your feelings, you're in sin, man, against the Lord, man. You got that, sir? Read that when you got it.
Just the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 15. Whosoever hated his brother is a murderer.
Whosoever does what?
Hated his brother is a murderer.
Keep going.
And ye know that no murderer has eternal life abiding in him.
No, it says he that pulls a gun and murders his brother is a murderer.
And ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him.
Listen, man, you don't have to pull the trigger to murder your brother.
All right.
You just hate him. And how do you hate your brother? By not Matthew 18 and 15? That's what a test is. The test is you hate your brother because you want Matthew 18 and 15.
Right.
And now you're committing murder because what happens? It takes one thing for the brother to what? Offend you. And now because you're so much caught in sin, you're counting your offenses. Okay, all right, no sweat. No sweat. Oh, my husband did this? Okay, all right, no sweat. My other one did? Okay, all right. You're now hating your brother, man, because you can't control your emotions. Because one thing about it, man, you got to understand, man, you got to have the commandments teach us discipline, man. The commandments gives us discipline, man, but you got to be slow to speak. Yeah, give me James 1:19. You got to be slow to speak, man. You got to be conscious about, I ain't gonna say conscious for you black people. You got to be self-aware about the actions that you make, man.
Right.
You can't just fly out the handle and say, well, I feel like doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even think. Whatever came to me, that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? You can't move like that, man, because that's out of the spirit, man. James 1:19. That's out of the spirit, man. You got to understand, man, like you have to learn how to control your emotions and your feelings. Now, because you can't control your emotions and your feelings, you can't even forgive. You have no forgiveness in you. You want to, you know what I'm saying? Like you show nobody forgiveness because realistically you got nothing but hatred in your heart towards your brother.
Right.
Because you counting offenses. Listen, man, we got to do better, man. Read that when you got it, sir.
Just the book of James, chapter 1, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
Let every man be what?
Be swift to hear.
Uh-huh.
Slow to speak. Slow to wrath.
Listen, man, it says Let every man be slow to speak. That's like it. Slow to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath, man. So what's the first thing you have to do in the communication? You gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about your response. You're not thinking about, hey, you know what? Yep, no. I'ma just as soon as he be quiet, as soon as he shut up, I'm finna let this nigga have it. Listen, it says slow to hear, man. Hear what this person is saying. Is it that wrong to hear somebody? You know what I'm saying? Listen, Esau and his, you know what I'm saying, his inventions and whatever they got something called Geneva Conventions. You can look it up. Geneva Conventions is basically like in a nutshell, it's like a war council where all nations come together that hate each other and say, well, hey, listen, if y'all in my country and my people shoot you and they go into a church, it's off limits. You can't shoot the church up. And they say, all right, well, we agree. You say it again, sir?
Oh, I thought you got that Russia.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you got different levels of different levels of rules of engagement or rules to war. You got people that are literally killing each other and having a discussion about how they're gonna do it. And we can't sit in the house and I tell you we ordering, you know what I'm saying, a chicken barbecue pizza, you know what I'm saying, without you getting mad at me, you know what I'm saying? And without you want to damn start World War III in the house and you mad at me for 4 days. They talking about dropping bombs on each other. And we trying to make it to the next paycheck, man. and we can't talk to each other. Gotta be able to control our spirit, man. We gotta be slow to hear, man, and slow to speak. Now being slow to speak, I'm thinking about my response. I'm thinking about, you know what I'm saying, how I'm gonna answer this. And slow to wrath because why? What you say I might not agree with. What I say you might not agree with. Well, goddamn, if everybody agreed with each other, you know what I'm saying, what in the hell type of world would this be? You know what I'm saying? We can disagree on everything, but we can't agree on how the oppressor is oppressing blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians.
Right.
We can disagree about everything, and you know but let's find something to agree on. That's all we got to do, man. But because we're so childlike in our minds, we can't even find one common ground to say, well, you know what? It's so much easier to hate a brother than it is to love him. So much easier, man. That's why sisters say all the time, well, I could do bad all by myself. You really say that because you're a terrible person and you don't want to deal with nobody. You don't want to deal with nobody, and because if you got to deal with somebody, that means somebody has to suffer you and your shit. So like, you gotta understand, man. You know what I'm saying? You got something, sir? Go ahead.
Saying today's subject you said, man, that topic you said right now. You know what I'm saying? About women so they can do bad by themselves. You know what I mean? A man and a woman said, you know, Zero said, I can do bad by myself. I don't need no bro.
Right.
All I need to help is the good Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Meanwhile, you know, that's so heavy what you're saying because that's very selfish, like you said. That's selfish. That means that if you do deal with somebody, it means it has to be in your terms.
Right.
You always have to be right.
Right.
You know, that's why we can't deal with each other because you, like you just said, you're very selfish, man.
Right. Right.
And that's the thing, man. You gotta be selfless. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be selfless. Like you said, when you have an argument with somebody, it's selfish for you to just blast off on them too.
Right.
They're mad for a reason.
Right.
So what you do is, like you said, I sit back, I listen. I might not give you the answer right then.
Right.
But I will give you the answer.
Right.
That's the key of fixing the black household, man.
Right. Real talk.
It's patience, man.
Right.
Patience and understanding.
Right.
And slow to wrath. Like the preacher saying, so heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's up for the man to do that because women are what? They they're emotional. They're emotional creatures. It doesn't give them an excuse, but that's what they are. So with brothers, you know what I'm saying? Our job is not to be emotional.
Right.
Our job is to be the adult.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
To listen and to give a what's the word I'm looking for? To give a answer.
Right.
Say that.
Real talk. Right. Real
to give
talk.
an answer. That slow to rap is so heavy, man, because that's what we have to do dealing with each other, man.
Right.
Dealing with another brother. Dealing with a sister. We have to be slow to rap, man.
Right.
It's like
No, get that preaching hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what he just said was so absolutely true. Give me Psalms 103 and 8. What he just said was absolutely true, man. That's the key. And that is if you want to learn the solution to fix the black and brown household, man, it's how we deal with each other in communication, man. It's having compassion, man. Everybody is Christ-like. Everybody, you know, Mary had that song, it's the God in me. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's the God in me. They had that song, right? But meanwhile, Christians hate each other. They hate each other. And they lack compassion, you understand? And they always, they listen, Christians killed each other, kill other nations in their anger and rage. Yep. But look how the Lord treat us, man. Read that when you got it, sir.
103?
10, it's like, I think 103 and 8. Oh no, read what you got? No, 103 and 8. 103 and 8.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 103, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is merciful.
The Lord is what?
Merciful.
Uh-huh.
And gracious.
The Lord is merciful and gracious to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. You know, I found the truth, you know what I'm saying, a couple of years ago, man.
Right.
The Lord could have killed me a long time ago. After all the heinous, you know what I'm saying, crimes that a nigga committed against the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything we did to commit against the Lord, and the Lord was gracious and merciful to us, man. Keep going.
And slow to anger.
And slow to what?
Anger.
So if the Lord is slow to anger, why can't you be? Why can't you be? You understand? You put your head down and you know what I'm saying? And you want to, but are you slow to anger? Listen, man, how are we going to say, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have the spirit of Christ, man, with no compassion? Because the Lord is compassionate and merciful and slow to anger, man. Christ is waiting for us, you know what I'm saying, he's waiting for that, the Most High is waiting for that 144,000 to get sealed before he sent Christ back on a mission for blood, man. Christ is waiting for it. He's waiting on you. You understand? Waiting on you to get right. What are we doing? Arguing with your husband? The greatest man that ever walked the face on the earth is waiting on you to get your shit together.
Right.
How crazy is that? You know what I'm saying?
You do that.
You know what I'm saying? How selfish of you to say like, well, I'm gonna make Christ keep waiting because my husband, you know, he ain't take the trash out, so you know what? Nah, I'm gonna hate this nigga. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro, listen, what are we talking about, man? We're children, man. Sodist children, man. Commandments give us discipline, man. That's what we need as blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We need discipline, man. Because without that compassion, man, how can we forgive? We gotta have forgiveness to like we said earlier, man. You got brothers that, you know, brothers that's well off and said, well, I made it. You give a damn about nobody else. Where's your compassion for your grandmother that was a slave? Where's your compassion for your son that could possibly get shot down in the street? I don't give a damn if he went to what's the school? What's the school they went to on Power? I forgot the name. You know what I'm saying?
Power?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he went to like
Western, Western University or Western, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about none of that, man. Because you're just another nigga and a spick in their kingdom. You need to have compassion for your brothers and your sisters, man. Just like Christ got compassion on us, man. That's what we got to understand, man. We got to have a certain level of compassion to forgive each other, man. To love one another, man. To not be so quick to just fire off and pop off on another, man. Because, listen, man, the Lord could have been killed us, man.
Right.
And now we lack patience with what? The person that's in your house? Listen, we got to learn some discipline, man. Okay. And guess what? Guess what patience is? Discipline, you understand? All of it is, man. Give me Psalms 19 to 12. Oh no, it's like give me Proverbs 6 to 23. Uh, 6 to 23.
Oh, 6. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6. Sorry, this is the book. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
For the commandment is a lamp.
For the what?
For the commandment is a lamp.
Uh-huh.
And the law is light.
And the law is light. So the commandment is a lamp and the law is light. Keep going.
And reproof of instruction
Uh-huh.
are the way of life.
Listen, man, if you want to know how to live, you have to be disciplined. The commandments keep you disciplined. You understand? Because the Lord tries to reign and knows the heart. You can sit in here all day and say, well, I don't eat bacon when I'm in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord sees it. You know what I'm saying? You said, well, I'm a great husband to my woman. And you go home and you got your foot on her neck and you lack patience with her. The Lord sees it. I'm a great wife to my husband. Look how I'm, you know what I'm saying, around the brothers. But meanwhile, you are dragging to that brother that's loving you, you know what I'm saying, and protecting you and your kids, man. And the Lord sees it, man. The commandments are our discipline, man. That's right. It's our left and right limits to live. For instruction of life, man. If you don't want to live, go outside.
Right.
No sweat. That's all you got to do, man. You got to understand, man. These commandments, man, was given to us as a straight way and the straight gate, man, for us to not go to the left or to the right, to learn compassion for one another, man. Not hate our brother. Go to him. That's what we gotta understand, man. Give me that one we was in, Matthew 18 and 21. Two more scriptures and we get up out of here.
Verse 21.
Uh-huh.
Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me?
Listen, Peter's coming to Christ like, hey, man, how oft should my brother sin against me, man? Peter was suffering the thing where he wasn't rocking with no other kingdom at all. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, it's a lie, guy. That's why the Most High had to show him that vision. Like, nah, I ain't really rocking with these. I ain't, you know, he on some Old Testament, like, nah, these niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't rocking with these niggas like that, man.
They wasn't born a Jew.
Right. They wasn't born a Jew, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't rocking with, and the Lord had to show him, man. So he's like, man, okay, well, how often do I gotta forgive my brother, man? Because I'm running, hey, that's a Judite for sure, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, hey, listen, how many times I gotta forgive you? Because the fourth time, I'm firing off on him. You know, you say 3 times? 4 times, I'm taking off. You know what I'm saying? And watch what Christ tell him. Read on.
And I forgive him. Tell 7 times. Tell 7 times.
So he said, hey, 7 times. That's about my limit. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. You got 7 Salakias, and then the next one I'm gonna fire off on. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You got 7 Salakias, and I'm telling the broad, you got to get out of my house. You know what I'm saying? Right. You getting a bill of divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's OV for you. You know what I'm saying? 7 Salakias, that's it. That's all you get for me.
Right.
And he's like, 7 times? That's what I got to give him? And watch what Christ said. Keep going.
Jesus said unto him,
Uh-huh.
I say not unto thee
Uh-huh.
until 7 times,
Not 7 times, but how long?
but until 70 times 7.
Listen, man. It's not a figurative number, man. Keep forgiving your brother, man. That's mercy, man. That's compassion. And you know what you need to do for forgiveness? You have to control your spirit. You know what I'm saying? You have to control your spirit in order to forgive a brother, because if you don't forgive a brother, what are you going to, you're going to hate him now. And now you're just going to be looking for the moment for your opportunity to commit sin against your brother, man. So whether or not you're being angry towards your brother or you're forgiving him, it's still a control of your spirit. All of it is, man. Now let me get Proverbs 4:23. Close on that. You gotta understand, man. You gotta be able to control your emotions and forgive your brothers, man. Forgive them, man. Like, we all suffering oppression, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all trying to get it right. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have a certain level of compassion for one another, man.
Right.
Like, don't oppress the oppressor. Don't oppress the oppressed, man.
Right.
We already know we under oppression. And good night. I still got a damn fight with you now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta have a certain level of compassion for each other, man.
Right.
Read that one you got it, sir.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
Keep thy heart with all diligence.
Do what?
Keep thy heart with all diligence.
Listen, keep your heart with all diligence. What does that mean? You gotta keep your mind.
All right.
In other words, you gotta guard your mind with all diligence. Because out of a man, out of the heart of a man, you know what I'm saying? That's keep going on there. Keep going, Salakia.
For out of it are the issues of life.
Listen, whatever in your mind is gonna flow out in your life. That's it. So you gotta guard your mind as far as what's coming in it and what you're letting out there, man.
Right.
That's what you gotta understand, man. You gotta guard your mind and guard your spirit, man. Don't think, you know what I'm saying, like, well, yeah, I done been through it before. I'm good, man. You always gotta be watching, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It says that Satan goes to and fro seeking whom he can devour, man. And guess what he's doing? He's looking for that position to say, oh, I see one.
Yep.
You ain't forgave your brother? 2 times, 3 times? He send that demon straight at you. He talking about you over there.
Right.
And now here you go. You sisters, you on Facebook. This applies to anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just making a general point. Yeah, okay. Listen, you got a secret suspicion or evil suspicion, and because you don't want to go to that person, you don't want to say nothing, man, now you got to make a general statement. Listen, man, you got to learn how to guard your mind and your spirit because of this, man. Because one thing about it, 2 things for sure, man, like, the Most High didn't call us to be weak or effeminate, man. He didn't call us to be emotional men. We're not supposed to act out of emotions. You know what I'm saying? For you sisters, you're not supposed to act out of emotions. You're supposed to control your spirit just as we control ours, man. Because by controlling your spirit, you can prevent yourself from sinning against the Lord. Just by controlling your spirit. And that's just what you got to put in your chest, man. So you really got to understand, man, like, when the scriptures say, man, if a man say, I love God and hate his brother, right, he is a lie.
Right.
That's not talking about, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, well, I ain't going to, I ain't going to go. Listen, you can hate your brother, man, you know what I'm saying, in your mind, in your heart, man. So how you really talking about you loving the Most High, man?
Right.
No way you can do it, man. So that's what we just got to put in our chest, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to anger and emotions, you know what I'm saying? And, just forgiveness, man, towards one another, man. Learn how to control it.
Right.
Learn how to control all these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Before you make a rash action on something, before you make a move on something, call and get counsel. Somebody offends you. Go to that Matthew 18 and 15. Go to that brother and that brother alone, man.
Right.
You going to that brother is not for that brother, it's for you. It's to clear your mind, you know what I'm saying? Clear your spirit so that way you don't hate the brother, man.
Right.
Because what's gonna creep back up after you go to that brother? Did he really mean that? Did he really mean that apology? You know what I'm saying? And you have to fight the demon with the facts. This is like it. You gotta fight the demon with the facts, man. And fight the demon with the scriptures, man. That's what you gotta do, man. So with that, man, it's my time. This is Killeen Monday Scripture Breakdown class, man. At the water. You know what I'm saying? For everybody tuning in, man. This is Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bunzai Young with the security announcements.
All right. Men of Israel, Amazon, mean to stand. We'll give courage salute to the brothers. Yeah. Men of Israel, Amazon, Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Y'all top, star face sisters. Men of Israel, Amazon, Barak.
Yahweh Shabbat Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Y'all top, last minute.